Jamaican juniors SHANOYA Douglas and SABRINA Dockery drop world-leading times on the weekend. Plus, is Shericka Jackson fully recovered? Because I'm hearing nothing from her. Shelley and Fraser-Price obviously is back at it. And we celebrate the other Caribbean nations whose athletes have sparkled in 2024. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, ready? Yeah? Good to go. Well, on the weekend, we had two major junior track and field events, which literally opened the junior 2025 track and field outdoor seasons. In both events, one which took place on Friday called On the Run, and on Saturday we had the perennial R. Danny Williams outdoor track event. Two Jamaican young ladies sparkled by dropping world-leading times over the weekend. Yes, people, in their first race for the 2025 season, Jamaican female athletes have dropped world-leading times in their events. At the R. Danny Williams meet, which took place at the SHANOYA Stadium at Jamaica College, it was SABRINA Dockery who dropped the world-leading time of 11.39 in the 100 meters. SABRINA Dockery has moved on from Class 2, so she's now a Class 1 contender. So unfortunately, we will not be seeing her clash against SHANOYA Douglas, who on the Friday previous to her run, meaning SABRINA Dockery's world-leading time of the 100 meters, SHANOYA Douglas in the 200 meters established her own 200-meter world-leading time outdoors. This was, of course, at the On the Run track and field event, which also took place at the SHANOYA Stadium at Jamaica College. Of course, I said this was on the Friday before the R. Danny Williams meet. SHANOYA Douglas dropped an astounding 23.62 seconds in a minus 1.2 meters per second wind. That means, of course, that she was running into the wind, so that slowed her down. Had she had wind behind her, which would have been a plus wind, she might have ran an even faster time. I have said on several occasions since we did our wrap-up, our preview of the 2024 season, that in my humble opinion, SHANOYA Douglas of Mushet is the find of the juniors for Jamaica in terms of sprints. She has been dominant in the 200, the 100 meters, and the 400 meters. And I'm really excited to see what she's going to do for the 2024 season. SHANOYA Douglas's run here kind of reminds me of Brianna Liston's run 2 years ago at the R. Danny Williams when she opened her season with that blistering time. So this is going to be a very, very interesting year for her. Now, also in that race was another super talent, another favorite, young Natrice East, who I believe who was just transitioned from Class 3 into Class 2. And of course, she represents Wilmer's High School, another great talent.
As she looks to lay down, it's all about SHANOYA Douglas of Mushet. She's tucked away eases before she crosses the line. East just coming.
Although SHANOYA Douglas was absolutely dominant in that 200 meters, I have to point out that Natrice East took second in this event. Now, in a post-race interview with the Jamaica Gleaner, Douglas had some very, very interesting things to say. We are going to focus on Douglas, meaning SHANOYA Douglas, in her own words. Listen, quote, "I know what I've done on the track, and yes, I did all that, but I don't really like to think of myself as one of the best, and I really don't want to put that on my head. I don't care about records. I'm not focused on that, because if you focus on that instead of focusing on executing the race, then you're not going to execute as well as you can." Very mature observation from this young lady. To continue her words, "As long as I keep focused on getting out the blocks, my hand speed, my speed coming off the curve, running down the straight and keeping my knees high, then I have made my coach proud. If they come, then the records will come. But at the moment, my only focus is executing what my coach has taught me. I do have my targets, but I'm not going to say it out loud because that's for me, my coach, and God. To be honest, I was very excited the whole day. I was feeling jittery from early in the morning and was just watching the time for 2 o'clock to reach. I'm happy and I was very pleased with the performance. I will keep working on some things, and I think what I've been working on is coming through for me. It's business as normal for me. I feel no pressure because I trust my coach. I trust what he's doing for me. I trust in God and I have faith. So I'm under no pressure. Great interview by the Jamaica Gleaner. I just had to read to you her own words. I think she's still 16, if my memory serves me correctly. Very, very mature, very focused athlete, and a huge fan, people. This young lady is dominant in the 4, the 2, and the 1. That is not normal. That is a very abnormal thing, and this is a good abnormal, and I hope she continues to pursue all 4. The 400 makes you strong for the 2 and the 1. It gives you an endurance. All is looking well, and it was just 2024 that we saw her running the 100 meters, but I remember seeing her in the 100 meters, and she was pretty good. Now, I'm not going to tell you that this is all over with, because I believe Theana Lee Terrelong is still in class 2, if my memory serves me correct, because they're around the same age. So this is going to be very, very interesting. So there you have it. Jamaica drops 2 massive outdoor world leads. Sabrina Dockery in the 100 meters with that time of 11.39 seconds. And SHANOYA Douglas in the 200 meters with a time of 23.62 seconds. Really impressive.
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
Now, when it comes to track and field, we are normally focused on the performances of Jamaican athletes within the Caribbean, because we tend to be pretty dominant. But the fact of the matter is, in the last few years, a plethora of remarkable talent has emerged out of the Caribbean. And I'd like to take a moment to celebrate these amazing athletes. First up, of course, has got to be the indoor 60-meter world champion from 2024, garnering the first such medal, global medal, for her incredible island of St. Lucia, as well as the Paris Olympic Games gold medalist in the women's 100 meters, and the silver medalist in the women's 200 meters at the Paris Olympic Games. We're talking about then none other than the remarkable Julian Alfred, who has in the last 3 years established herself as not only one to watch, but in my opinion, one of the ones to beat. And of course, she has put our brothers and sisters on the track and field map. Of course, we're talking about the incredible people of St. Lucia. Salute to you all. No joke, in the midst of our own misery as Jamaicans, because we just didn't sparkle as we normally would in the women's sprints in the Olympics, I was really happy for St. Lucia and really happy for this young lady. I've been talking about her for about 2 years now, and she delivered huge. So again, big up to her.
Never give up, because it's going to get hard. There will be times where you feel like you'll throw in the towel. Especially when you just don't know what life will throw at you sometimes, and there will be sacrifices that you will have to make along the way, but I think my biggest one is just never give up. That's my biggest one.
But there are other persons from the Caribbean who sparkled at the Paris Olympic Games, including Thea Lefond of Dominica, who became the first to win a gold medal in the women's triple jump for that amazing group of people. This, as I said, the Caribbean, we're exploding in terms of track and field talent. We also must take time out to celebrate the remarkable Grenada, who has, as you know, produced one of the living legends of the men's 400 meters, the remarkable Kirani James. But they have also become a dominant force, meaning Grenada, in terms of the field events. There's the Olympic bronze medalist in the men's decathlon, the remarkable Lyndon Victor. For such a small island to produce two massive talents is remarkable. So had to big up Lyndon Victor of Grenada. But then there's also this young man, Grenadian javelin thrower, who was a winner of the Diamond League final and Olympic bronze medalist, the remarkable Anderson Peters. So let me tell you something, people, Grenada are going good. Had the pleasure of visiting there and spent almost a month there many years ago, and I absolutely love the people of Grenada. Brother and sister them, big up. Not to mention, of course, Shafiqua Malone of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. She became the first person from that island to make it through to the finals of the Olympic Games, and this was in women's 800 meters. So the Caribbean is doing very, very well, and people, I had to spend some time to celebrate these remarkable athletes. Big up to all of your brothers and sisters. Now, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is clearly back at it, as you can see here. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm unimaginably excited to see what Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce will do in what could possibly be her swan song year of 2025 in terms of track and field. I still believe, seeing her run in the heats at the Paris Olympic Games in 2024, I still think she could have been on that podium had she not been. Well, you know what, people, I still don't know what happened. I still have no clue what happened. I have heard so many different things I don't know. Maybe one day she'll address it. Queen, if you ever watch this video, please, we would love to know what the heck occurred. But anyway, doesn't really matter. Great to see you back at it. And I really, really think if this is really her swan song, she's going to go out with a bang. So I don't think people should underestimate what she's going to do. Regardless of her being 38, happy belated birthday, great one. She is going to be vicious on that track. But the question now becomes, what's happening with this young lady, meaning Shericka Jackson. We just haven't really heard much from Shericka. We've seen beautiful pictures of her. We know that she's a beautiful young lady, super talented. But I've not seen many postings of her training, etc. I have heard nothing. It's almost like, there's I don't know. It's just dead silence. Normally by this time of the year, we'd be hearing something. She'd be getting ready to run the 60s. So I'm hoping that she's fully recovered. Because the truth is, people, that's my primary concern. Is Shericka Jackson fully recovered? It looks to me as if Shelly-Ann might be on her way or is fully recovered herself. But my worry, my concern, not my worry, because that's a negative and we don't deal with negativity here at Peter Lloyd World. I'm just wondering, is she fully recovered? Is that why we're not hearing anything? Because the silence, people, is deafening. And I know somebody's going to say, Peter, speculate. I'm not speculating. I'm asking a question that all of you are asking. Every one of you are asking this question, unless you know otherwise. Is she fully recovered? Is she okay? Because I am hoping to see her hitting the 60 meters in the indoor season, which she normally does, which helps to hone her for the outdoor season over the 100 meters. Remember, her one weakness in the 100 is her lagging start. She's not a Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. That is her one weakness. And the truth is, on the horizon when I look at the persons that she should be most concerned about over the 100 meters, outside of Shelley and Fraser Price, who I really honestly believe, and I'm not being emotional, that she's going to be a factor this year. I also think Julian Alfred, who has an incredible start, and Sha'Carri Richardson, who, when she's focused, her starts are also, they're okay. She's not a great starter. But I'm hoping to see this young lady on the trail in the 60 meters, because it would indicate to me that things are going to go well this year. I suspect that the silence is deafening because, you know, people feel as if we were misled last year. I don't feel that way, but people tell me that they feel as if they were misled. So I suspect that MVP and Shericka Jackson and her team are saying less is more. So I'm hoping that she's fully recovered. No, I'm not being negative. It's something I'm genuinely concerned about. I mean, no, the whole I want to worry about the same thing too. Oh, I'm sorry, for those who are not Jamaican, I'm saying that I think many persons are also concerned as to whether or not she's fully recovered. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I have to big up one of our top contributors, none other than Queen Aisha, who has bought a lot of our merch. Thank you so much for the support, Queen. You are remarkable. And I see other persons coming over to support our merchandise store, which is at printify.com. I will leave a link in the description below. And persons are saying that they really love the quality of the material as well as the surface. So thank you, the service. So thank you so very much. And now don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, kings and queens. Bless us.